Do you want to see how I made this beautiful rose gold and pink cake? Stay tuned and watch. Hey friends! So today I'm going to make a beautiful birthday cake for one of my customers. She's a very glitzy girl and she loves pretty things. So this cake is going to be pretty in pink. I already did the baseboard on it with this glittery paper that is really shimmery, and then I did a ribbon around it. So for this cake I decided to mix different sprinkles. So it's this pearled sprinkles in there that are the pink, and then we have the white confetti, and then I also have some white pearls and some gold pearls that are little. So I'm just going to put those around the base. Now to do that, I'm going to get my offset spatula, and I have some pink frosting here that I already frosted the cake with. And I'm just going to simply put some on the border. That way the pearls will stick really nice. I have a tray under here because that will catch the sprinkles when I put them on the tray. So now I'm going to put the sprinkles on, and to do that, since it's a heavy cake, I have to be extra careful. And I'm going to tilt my cake and take the sprinkles and just put them onto the part that I had frosted. Because the cake is cold, it's hard to have the sprinkles stick, and that's why I added the part at the bottom so it sticks. Seems like putting on sprinkles is an easy task, but it takes a little bit more time than you would think. So I just wanted to show you I have a soft brush here that I brush off the excess with. And then what I can do with that too, I can go back into the cake and lift up. Now, I don't want to do a border at the very bottom, so I want to make sure that the sprinkles are coming down pretty far. So I just took the cake out of the refrigerator, and I have to always wear my reading glasses when I do cakes. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I have to do it. So, I love to use stencils, and this is one stencil I have. This is kind of my go-to stencil. I'm going to be getting a lot more in the future and show you guys different patterns with these two. But for today, I'm just going to use this one. I have mixed up some of the buttercream in here that is the same exact color as this. I'm going to lay the stencil down, and I'm going to have it all different and random everywhere, and you'll understand why in a second here. But I'm going to just lay it down, press it down with my fingers all the way down so it's a full pattern. So this one, and this one, and that one. I'm going to take my spatula, just lift up with it and kind of come over. And it's called a relief when you do this, so obviously there's the same color, so you're going to see the pattern because of the relief. To wipe it off, a little trick I do is I put it on a board and I just take a paper towel and wipe it off like this. If you have it like this, it's just so much harder to wipe off, so you want to put it on a hard surface. So then I'm just going to move this around. And then I'm just going to randomly do this. So I'm going to bring this down here and just press down into it with my fingers again. And bring it up. The next part of doing this is fun. I have some whiskey here. You can use vodka, you can use rum maybe, I'm not sure, but a clear liquid is probably the best, so whiskey or vodka. Or you can use lemon extract. I've heard that you can use, but I haven't done that. And I'm going to take this stuff, it's called rose gold, and it is a highlighter dust. and they have all different types of dust, but this one's rose gold. And I always make a mistake of putting too much in here, so let me show you how much you'll need, just a little bit. So then you want to put just a little bit of the alcohol in a different bowl, and I'm just going to use this just a little bit in here. And so I have the dust in here and I have the alcohol in here. And now I'm going to take my cake out of the refrigerator. It's been in there for 15 minutes. Alright, so now the next part is going to be fun, and where the relief is, I am just going to take my alcohol and my dusting powder, and I'm going to dip this first into the alcohol, my brush, and then lightly dip into the dusting powder so it coats like this, and then you just want to tap onto the leaf part. Oh, so gently. And you can either do the whole leaf, or you can just do some of the leaf, or relief, whatever your pattern is. Just get as creative as you want with it. For the next part, I'm going to fill a piping bag with a closed large star tip. It's a 1M Wilton. And the customer that I'm doing this cake for loves this color. So I'm going to use this color for doing decorative piping on the top. But I'm also going to incorporate some of the cream with it so it's not so overpowering. To do that, I am just going to fill my piping bag with this burgundy magenta color. How I do that is I open the piping bag like this, I take a butter knife, and I just take this and I put it on the inside of the bag so the very center won't be with this color. Then I'll put in the cream color in the center. So it's kind of like you paint it on the inside with the butter knife. The cream I will take and I just put that in, just kind of drop it in there and wiggle it down. And then when you pipe it, it should bring out both of the colors. And then you wiggle it down like this and smooth it out. Make sure there's no air bubbles by pressing it down like this. I just took the cake out of the refrigerator again. I had it in there for 15 minutes, so this is nice and hard. And as you can see, the base color is that magenta color. And I did that on purpose since I'm going to put magenta on the top to balance it out. Now here's the top of the cake, so you can see what I do to the top with using this. First thing I'm going to do is called a swirl, and it's a kind of like a rose swirl. And you just press down with your piping bag and you go around and around. And I'll do one on the side here to show you. So I press down, squeeze, and then go around and around and lift. Now with the same piping bag, instead of doing the rosettes, I'm just going to press down and squeeze up. Just like a star. Next, I filled a piping bag with a closed 2D Wilton large star tip. And I filled the bag with the same color that the cake is frosted with. So the light powdery pink color. And this piping tip gives it more of a ruffly look. So what I'm gonna do is this parts up here that I don't have anything, I'm just going to fill it in with this. I'm gonna fill a 106L piping tip, and this will give a little ruffle flower. And I'm going to do like before on the outside. I'm going to make it the pink color, and then on the inside, though this time I'm going to do the blush pink color. Now I'm going to take what I have left over of the pink, and I'm going to put that into the piping bag, and a little bit of the magenta burgundy pink color. And with this, I'm just going to put a little bit in the areas on the top that need to be filled in. You don't have to fill everything in solid. You can have some of the pink showing through. That is the base, but I just thought this would be pretty just to add just a little bit more color on the ends and around. See how I have some of the pink showing through this part in here? It's okay that you do that. You don't have to have it solid. I kind of like it a little bit showing through. And now I'm going to show you the sides a little bit better. And with the rose gold, I think it looks pretty that every leaf design is not with the rose gold. It's just hints of it. Now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and to just do one more thing to it for a little extra, I'm going to just highlight a little bit at the tips of some of the piping, the rose gold. I just brought it out of the fridge, and I want to show you how I'm going to just highlight some of the light pink. And so the buttercream is firm. I'm going to go back into the rose gold like I did before with the alcohol, and I'm just going to highlight just the tips of the light pink. So here's the finished cake, and I think it turned out pretty rose gold and for a pretty lady for her birthday. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you watch my next video. Thanks for watching. Because the next one is going to be all about Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching. Actually, next one's not Valentine's Day. Anyway, let's start that over again. Take my gloves off. It's too nasty out here.